So you guys know that wherever I'm at, I love showing, but at the same time, I love educating you guys. And so what I wanted to do, oh yeah, and like these oysters, they gave me 6 oysters and stuff like that, which is delicious. My wife couldn't believe I even ordered these because she like, I didn't realize they were raw, you know, but that's okay. The thing about it is, well, let's try this before we get deeper into the video. Let's try this. So I guess you put a little hot sauce on it. Then I think you squeeze a little lemon, right? A little lime, and then I guess you're supposed to. Now my son is 18. This is his thing here. He loves this here, you know. But I'm gonna try it. You know what? It's one of those things you have to just learn to like. You know, something that's solid, slipping down or whatever, and not chewing it. You have to avoid chewing it. I don't know why, but so you have to avoid chewing it. But I wanted to tell you guys, there's like 3 strategies to actually help you increase your credit score. All right. So I want you to come in because there's a lot of background music, so I want you all to come in for this, all right? Now, when you're trying to increase your credit score, this is what you can do without actually filling out any paperwork, trying to figure out which code. This is 3 ways that you can actually increase your credit score. Now, here's the thing about it with increasing your credit score. Depending on the institution you're going for. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the best financial institutions, and so that way when you start boosting up your credit score, you don't want to run to like Navy Federal or PenFed, okay? You don't want to run to those. I have better banks that you can actually take a look at, all right? Now, I know my wife, she's like, boy, if you don't hurry up, I'm going to kill you, because I know she wants to get to eating too. So, here's the thing about it. First thing is adding authorized users, right? And so this is one of the fastest ways that can help boost up your credit score, because with authorized users, depending on the amount of the authorized users, it also suppresses your debt to income ratio, okay? And so by suppressing your debt to income ratio, your credit score is going to go up, all right? Now, second way of this here is adding more trade accounts, okay? Now, with adding more trade accounts, you have to be careful. And the reason is because when you add new trade accounts, then what it does is lowers the aging of your credit file. So that's the reason, like I tell you about the authorized users, because certain authorized users pick up the aging and it helps age your credit file. Well, the opposite happens when you add new trade lines to the credit, okay? So what I mean by that, let me grab a glass of water. If you add on a 10-year-old authorized user, right? So what happens is, okay, so you have, it helps age your file maybe a couple years, right? However, when you add on those new trade lines, it's going to make your file look like it's much newer. However, you do need the trade lines. So that's the reason, if those that follow me, you seen I made a video about getting up to $70,000, $75,000 in trade lines. Now, the reason I told you all to do that is because, again, the more positive trade lines you have on your credit, again, it's going to suppress your bad debt, okay? So your bad accounts. So that's the reason why I tell you this. Let me do this here. So this is looking good. As you can see, like with this here, it has, look, a lot of garlic on it. Here. Let's try this. Let's see how this tastes. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is insane. This is the medium spice, right? It's not too spicy. It's just that perfect type of spice, the perfect spice to where you can actually tolerate it. You can tolerate all the seasonings. So this is real good. Oh. Let me get my napkin. So going back to the helping the aging of the credit file. Now, there was something that just came out for a lot of you all that's actually renting, that FHA, they finally made it official, I should say, that if you add rental payment and can show proof of rental payments on your credit file, this is going to help you qualify for a mortgage. At the same time, remember I told you adding rental payments on the credit file also helps with the aging as well. Now, sorry about that. The thing about it, making sure a little spice. Making sure that the file is pretty much aged is very important. All right. Now, here's another thing. All right. When you adding new accounts or adding accounts, authorized users, new accounts, and stuff like that, the credit bureaus is going to affect that has the biggest impact for this. To leverage this, it's usually going to be your FICO 9 credit scores, your Vantage 3 credit scores, and your Vantage 4 credit scores, okay? Now, also your mortgage scores, all right? That's the reason why you want to focus on those scores, because the lenders that I was telling you about, the reason that you want to use these lenders is because the lenders that I'm sharing with you, they're better than PenFed, they're better than Navy Federal. And the reason is that if you, like, say that you need to borrow money, however, you don't want to start by paying the money right away. With these here lenders I'm talking about, you can go anywhere from 60 days to 90 days before you make your first payment. So that's the reason why I'm telling you about these here lenders, all right? Now, I did tell you there's 3 ways, and this other part comes in is because you may need to borrow money to actually pay down your revolving debt. So by you paying down your revolving debt, this is going to boost up your credit score, but you have to be able to know what lenders to go to get qualified for a loan to help pay down your revolving debt, because this is going to increase your credit score as well as reduce your debt to income ratio, all right? And so the lenders that I'm talking about, first, you have low credit finance, okay? Now, here's the thing about it with low credit finance. The interest rates are very low. It starts at 5.99 up to 35.99, right? I'm a little distracted because my wife is eating this here elote corn, and it looks good. So I think I want to try this. Let's see. I guess I need a spoon here. I'm not a big corn eater, but this elote corn is very good. Like over here, these are the garlic noodles. Could you give me a knife? Those garlic noodles are crazy. You definitely gotta check out these garlic noodles. Now, did he bring us a knife? He didn't bring us a knife, huh? No. Let's try this potato. Oh, this is the lobster tail. These are lobster tails here, guys. And these are the potatoes. Mm-hmm. That sauce, like I said, I got the medium spice. Because I didn't want to be heated, but the medium spice is good. I want to take a look at this. Is a strip here. I guess we would have to do that. That sauce is crazy. It's like crazy. It's like that, what do we call it? What's this place? That one seafood place we went to in Vegas.
Spicy crab?
Yeah, crab and spice. Yes, crab and spice. So, sorry about that. No. Let me go back over the 3 ways because I know some of you all are you looking at me and talking and the music in the background is probably distracting. But this is what I was saying. Okay? So, there's 3 ways. 1, you add authorized users and more positive trade lines. So those positive trade lines I have been telling you about Tomo because it gives up to 30,000. Then you had Credit Strong, right? And so with Credit Strong, it gives high limits up to 20,000, but I always tell you to get the $5,000. The reason is because it won't hurt your debt to income ratio because they're adding on a loan on there that's going to max out. Excuse me. It's going to max out. Okay, so that's the reason why. Now, third one I tell you about is IFJ shopping online. IFJ shopping online, because they give you anywhere from $8,000 up to $15,000 trade line. Okay, now there's other trade lines out there that you can go for, but I'm very familiar know that those trade lines actually do report. So that's the reason why I tell people to try those. Now I know a lot of people may not agree with me about those trade lines, but at the same time, I know that they report, okay? Now, also with that authorized user, you have to be careful. That being said, once those trade lines start reporting, okay? Now, you can make a phone call. Here's another thing you can do as well. you can make a phone call to the credit bureaus. All right, instead of writing letters and stuff, you can make a phone call to the credit bureaus and you can dispute information. Now, I would tell you the danger of that is that when you do it over the phone, okay, then a lot of times you can mess around and lose your legal rights to sue the credit bureaus and stuff. As a matter of fact, Experian, for some of you all may not know that Experian is just got into another legal lawsuit because they've been selling your telephone number to telemarketing companies. So there's a new lawsuit that's going to be coming out against Experian. So there's going to be another paycheck for us since they want to use our information and sell it. Okay? So, like I said, I'm always trying to figure out the best way to help you guys. Now, the loans that I would choose, okay, is Chevron Federal Credit Union. Now, the reason why, come in a little closer so you can understand what I'm saying. The reason why with Chevron Federal Credit Union is because not only do they give up the $50,000 and it's non-geo restricted, is because they give you 90 days, okay? They give you 90 days before you make your first loan payment. Now, also with DCU, Digital Credit Union, if you take out a personal loan with them, they give you up to 60 days, all right? Now, you also have Fifth Third Bank, okay? Now with Fifth Third Bank, they will give you 45 days before you make your first payment, all right? So that's the reason I tell you, when you get your credit score back around 620, 660, 680, those are the places you want to go to. And the reason is because with Navy Federal, PenFed, as soon as they give you a personal loan, you automatically have to start paying it back within the next 30 days. But with these here lenders that I'm talking about, you have anywhere from 45 days up to 90 days. So you have Johns Hopkins Federal Credit Union. They give you 90 days, okay? So you also have State Department Federal Credit Union as well, that gives you 90 days to make your first payment. Plus, with State Department, they give more money than Navy Federal and PenFed because they give you a $100,000 loan, a $100,000 line of credit, and they give you a $100,000 credit card. And you don't have to have perfect credit with the State Department Federal Credit Union, all right? I always tell you, when you join these type of credit unions, make sure that you're gardening the relationship, meaning that you open up a personal account, a checking account, and a savings or a CD and money market account. The reason is you want to show longevity, all right? And make sure that you have direct deposit, all right? So that's another thing I continue to tell you guys. And for those of you that have challenges with setting up direct deposit or can't do direct deposit, you can schedule one-on-one. We are able to set you up on direct deposit, all right, with payroll, pay stubs, all right? So I'm gonna jump back into the food. I don't want to make a mess. I want to, look at this. I have baby octopus. Now, this is, my wife like, you ain't gonna feed me that, right? So, with the baby octopus, I wish it was a little more tender, so they may have cooked it a little too long. But with the baby octopus, you know, if you ever had like calamari or something like that, the breaded calamari was more tender and stuff, and this is like more chewy. The thing that's helping it out is that it actually, the sauce. The sauce is what's making it taste so good. Mm-hmm. We have sausage here. Well, The sausage is good. I think I'm gonna dive back into these oysters, but I don't want to waste them. Well, if you guys have any questions, you all know what to do. Hit the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. Let me know. Would you all come check this place out? Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned to you, this is the second tier. And it starts at like $69 or whatever. But you get an hour and 30 minutes to finish all this, and then if you want more, all right? But this here, for 2 people, this is more than plenty, all right? And I appreciate you guys rocking with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.